everyone, and welcome to Clarusway's latest AMA session. I'm your host, Sarah, and I'm here with Chase. Hi, Chase, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well, Sarah. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So in today's session, Chase will be answering some of our most frequently asked questions about full-stack web development, about how to become a developer, about the latest industry trends. So this is going to be a great opportunity for you to ask Chase any questions you might have about the program. And we'll also be briefly discussing our exciting new program called AI-Powered Web Mastery, which is going to be in collaboration with the University of Wisconsin. So without further ado, Chase, if you're ready, I have a few questions here prepared for you so we can get
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
All right. So my first question for you is, what are the most essential skills full stack developers need to focus on mastering in 2024?
So th this is going to be a little different because you would think that the answer would be something like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but those are just the basics, right? So when we actually get into web development, we get a little deeper. We go beyond just using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript by themselves. And what we really need to get into is using something called either a framework or a library, like React, for example, on the front end. So this is a tool that is built with JavaScript. And so we use it alongside with JavaScript in order to do front end web development. It accelerates the development process. It actually makes things a lot simpler, believe it or not, even though there are a lot of things to learn along the way in doing so. And then also for the back end, we need to use Node.js. And that's what allows us to use JavaScript on the server side, long story short. Also, TypeScript is becoming more and more important as time goes on. Whether you love it or hate it, it's happening. So you're going to see a lot more of TypeScript in more and more job listings every day. This just it gives us what's called static typing. So for anyone who has programmed before and doesn't know what static typing means, every variable has a type, right? We call them data types, like strings, numbers, stuff like that. We just have to, when using TypeScript, if you make a variable, your variable needs to remain the same type through the lifespan of that variable. But with JavaScript itself, that's not the case. You can always change the type, which some people like and some people don't like, but other programming languages don't generally do that. So that's what TypeScript was aiming to solve. This also helps with like code quality and debugging. The way I explain it to people is, you're going to work on a team with other developers. So when you're using TypeScript, you're not going to be able to use someone else's code incorrectly. It's going to show you warnings and errors right in your face to prevent you from doing something wrong, which in the long run is going to save you a lot of time and hurt, right? So also, um, it's good to know a bit about the different cloud platforms that are available out there, whether it's Amazon Web Services, Azure, or Google Cloud. These are just different ways that we can host our applications. And then version control also. It's good to know Git. I would recommend everybody start using GitHub very early on, just to get used to it, because it's a little strange when you start. But if you practice and you consistently use it, it's easier and easier with time. Also, you're going to want to know something about databases, because doing full stack web development, we're not just focusing on the front end. We're taking it a step further and we're working with server side code. So what we do here at Clarusway is we primarily dig into MongoDB but we also get some practice with SQL and Postgres or PostgreSQL. Beyond that, what's most important is your interpersonal skills, right? So there are a lot of I want to say arrogant developers out there, right? People, and I'm not saying that everybody who focuses on data structures and algorithms is arrogant, but data structures and algorithms are good to practice in your free time, or if you're trying to understand concepts a little deeper, that's great. But they don't go as far as people like to act, in my opinion. It's important when you get into very deep level back-end development, but it's more important for you to be a good team player. So you need to work on your soft skills, like communication, collaboration, stuff like that. Because what it's really going to come down to when someone hires you is, do I want to work with this person every day? Okay, and it's like, it's great if you understand data structures and algorithms, and you practice harder, and you feel like you're better than everyone else. But at the end of the day, that people aren't going to want to work with someone like that. They want to work with someone that they can collaborate with, that feels like a teammate that they're working together with to solve a problem. It's more about the whole teamwork thing.
Okay.
That's a long-winded answer, but this is what I would say is the most important things to focus on.
Well, thank you.